Welcome to day 2 of the ClickFunnels course. I'm Ethan from EasyJ Online, and today we're going to be actually hopping inside of ClickFunnels and learning about the program. I think you'll be surprised at how easy this actually is, and it tends to be something people think is very hard to do, build these sales funnels. But once you understand the purposes of this specific program, it's really not that difficult, and it begins to make a whole lot of sense. So people will come to me and ask me to build their funnels for them, and I'll be upfront with them. I'll say, yeah, but it's not that hard, and you can learn, and it'll save you a lot of money. But they'll end up paying me hundreds of dollars just to do it for them, because nobody wants to learn. So if you're here, then you probably want to learn how to make funnels, and this is where we're going to be learning exactly that. So let's hop into it real quick before, if you ever have any questions, not only can you contact me about any of this, but the Facebook group for ClickFunnels is filled with 100,000 people who have been there, who have done that, probably have the same problem you're having, and are always willing to answer your question. Within a day, your question will be answered. I use it a ton. Just a cool resource to answer your questions. Now let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through a free plus shipping funnel. This is a very basic funnel and how things should be laid out properly when using ClickFunnels. So firstly, like we talked about, there is a opt-in. The opt-in has a call to action, and you're basically, if it's not a real product, then you're exchanging someone's email for that lead magnet. But this is too, because look, that call to action, no matter what, they're going to opt in. You're going to get that email so you can follow up with them. That's the power of sales funnels, or one of them at least, all right? And then after an opt-in page is usually the order confirmation or the thank you page. This is where they'll buy the product, so to speak. But then, like we talked about in the drawing board, there's a one-time offer after that. And this is where we start upselling. So they got in that entry-level product, right? And now maybe this product, with the click of a button, because they already put in their credit card information, they can get this. And not all will buy, but some will. And that's a way to remain profitable on the front end, okay? It works. And then the order confirmation, the very last page. So inside of this funnel here, you can go to contacts, and this is where you'll be able to see all the people who have actually opted in to your funnel. We'll go in here to settings. So you can see the name, where you name the funnel, obviously. Group tags, so you can just organize them like files in different categories. The domain will actually be setting up in another lesson in this course, but you'll select your business domain. In my case, it's EasyJ Online. And then each funnel step in this funnel, these are all the steps, all of these will have that same root domain, / something unique, okay? So that's important. We'll talk more about that soon. The path is that /, so for this one, I would say, okay, it's easyjonline.com / which is the path, free shipping, or free shipping, okay? And that means that domain name, / that is when this funnel starts. Favicon URL is what you see up here. You can get different ones and plug them in. So you see all these people have different favicons. That's what you do here. And then the head tracking code is super important. It's where you'll actually track what people do. All right, basically it's a piece of code, and you can plug it into your funnel, and you can track what people do throughout the entire process. This is a way of analytics. When we talk about analytics in the next, or a few lessons down, you'll be plugging in your Facebook Pixel analytics and your Google Pixel analytics and all your other tracking codes, so you can optimize and see what people are doing. That's that. And basically that's just integrating. So this is all integrating with different things. We actually have another lesson in this course where we specifically talk about Zapier, so do not worry. You would save your funnel steps. And now I want to go in to this opt-in page, and I want to explain in the settings of the opt-in page, this first step in our funnel, alright, we have the name, and then the path. And this path, if I say test, and what that's going to do, or let me explain this better. If you hit settings up here, this is the path of the funnel. And if we say main URL, this is really important. The path for this funnel step, okay, is main URL. But when you click settings for opt-in, the path for that step is test. So this may be very confusing, but alright, let's say test and update page. When people go to easyjonline.com/test, they're going to go to this specific step. When they go to this main URL, okay, they're going to start the funnel. Whatever the first step in the funnel is, they're going to go there because this is the main URL for that entire funnel, as you can see. Oh, I explained that wrong. Okay, real quick, I want to talk about the actual settings of an opt-in and how it differs from specifically the URL here, this funnel step URL, this link, and the one in settings. So this domain /path, this is going to be the main URL for, or the main link for the funnel. So when you send people here, when they click on this link, they're going to be sent to that very first step in the funnel, whatever it may be. Alright? When you go to each step in the actual funnel, they have their own domain, or sorry, the same domain, different URL, okay, different path right here, which you can change right there. But the purpose of this is these links are the actual funnel step links, so they're all different. Each funnel step has a different link, okay, that you can change, and that's where you would send people if you're only. And the use of this, when we actually build out our funnel in the next step, is for like putting in buttons. So when somebody clicks this button right here, I'll just preview it, then in the editor, we're going to put the link of the next step in the funnel, and that way they go through it, okay? We'll learn more about that when we actually do it in the next lesson, but just understand these are funnel step links, whereas in the main funnel-wide settings, that's like the domain easyjonline.com/free ship would be how to get to that very first step, regardless of what the first step is. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Lastly, I want to talk about A/B split testing. So whenever you're building a funnel or any type of landing page or website or anything, you can create a split test, and it can be, let's just use a template for now, but basically you can optimize and see which one is doing better and then just scale quicker, right? So you're going to have two different variations, and then you can just split it 50-50. ClickFunnels will send traffic to each one and give you stats on which is doing better. I don't know why it's not right now, but we won't worry about that. That's what A/B split testing is. Super great. It's kind of like an analytics tactic. Alright, you're seeing which is doing better, kind of changing small things, call to actions, colors, maybe image placement, whatever it may be, seeing which converts better or which has a higher percentage of people putting in their email address. And once you have that statistic, you can then just send traffic only to that one that's doing well. So I want to explain this quick funnel and what a funnel consists of before we actually build it in the next lesson. This green right here is a section, so you can add new sections, and sections are the main kind of layer, the first layer in a funnel. So you can add, and it could be full width, and when you add a section, inside of a section, this blue, as you can see, is a row, and there's different columns in a row that you can choose. For this one, it's just one column, and that's the row that we can now place elements, and this text, and this image, and this green button, and the countdown clock, these are all orange elements. So inside this row, we can add elements. For example, we'll put in that headline. We can change the headline pretty easily to say, claim right, and easily change the size by just click and drag the font size. Alright, and then let's say we want an image. Well, that's another element, so we add another element in our row under the text and put that image in there. Oops. Now I don't know if I have that image, but we can find something. This one's kind of cool. Yeah. Alright, let's say that's our image, that's our self-protection gift. We're going to put a button. Really simple, guys, just add a new element, click button, you got it. We can make it really big, and we can say, very big call to action. Make the font really big, change the button color, okay? And this is just another element. Now you can see they have a countdown clock, okay? Easy element. I'm going to go to countdown, boom, boom, and boom. Super simple. Oh, we want to make it like theirs, okay? Go to go to themes and see, okay, I want mine to be like that. Cool. Save it up here. But look, they have a nice white box around theirs. Okay, not a problem. Go to that row, which has all of the elements in it. The row is the blue. Go to settings, background. We can make it white, and then full opacity. What I like to do, and this is going to be cool, so I'll delete this whole section because I basically just rebuilt that, alright? But check it right here. First of all, this row looks a little too high. Let's add some top margin in there, or actually it would be the section. Some top margin, and it looks much better already. And even a logo could go above it, but we're not going to worry. Alright, the background, if we go to settings, background, I like to make that a nice image. So what if we did that image? And then, I know it has nothing to do with the gift, but it should in reality. This row, the blue row that has all of the elements in it, the background color should be, I'm going to go black, or no, we'll go white, and then turn down the opacity a little bit, make it kind of, why isn't that working? And then, okay, and then take down that opacity a little bit. That looks kind of nice. Okay, so that's basically what you do inside of Page Editor. Super simple to make nice little landing pages. Not bad at all. Next, I want to show you, you always want to check mobile and see how it looks on mobile, because, if somebody found your ad on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it may be, maybe they're on a phone, usually they will be, you want to make sure it looks good, and it does, alright? But you definitely want to make sure it looks good on mobile before you finalize anything. And under settings, we have integrations. This is basically where we are going to integrate our autoresponders. So when somebody actually opts in and puts in their email, this autoresponder is gonna send that offer, whatever it may have been. If it was digital, if it was a product, it'd be, confirmation and then follow-ups after that. But we send them what the lead magnet basically, and then we follow up with them down the road in our email sequence. SEO metadata is basically when, ClickFunnels isn't great for SEO but you can put in keywords and you can rank in Google for your, each specific page in your funnel. Tracking code is where we're going to put our analytics tracking code that we talked about with Facebook, Google Analytics, all that. We're going to paste our analytics code in there so we can actually have it work. Custom CSS is when you can just code yourself and you want to do exactly what you want to do. Background we did, change the background of the entire funnel. Typography is just fonts, and general settings is where you can save as a template or put in a link such as the next step in the funnel where you want it to go when they submit. So that's a brief overview. We can save this. Real quick, before we hop into the next lesson, I want to show you how simple it is to also create websites with ClickFunnels. That was more of a funnel that we just went through, but if we go to my website right here and preview it. Okay, super simple website made in ClickFunnels, not hard at all. So you don't only have to make funnels. It's super easy to create a classic website with navigation and a logo and a hero image. It's all you need. Super cool. Sweet. I hope the ClickFunnels platform doesn't seem as intimidating as you may have thought. It's really not. Next lesson we're going to be going into how to actually build a real funnel or website, whatever. We're going to be doing a demo of both. Now you understand everything. Now we're going to learn what to do, where to place it strategically, how to make it look nice, and the quickest way possible. So that's what we're doing next lesson.
Yeah.